Kwon, ugali, gima, bushuma, obusuma. Some people like it with vegetables. Some people enjoy ugali with fish. Some people will enjoy it with meat and some with beans. Some with fermented milk. Some weirdos will enjoy it with water, just water. But in some unfortunate situation, people will eat it with water because they don't have something to escort it with. Some will accompany it with everything, that is vegetables, eggs, milk, and water. Some like it light brown, some brown, some dark brown. Some people have won competition for eating ugali. Some people have landed some lucrative deals for eating ugali. Some people have died because of ugali. Very unfortunate. Some people like it cooked with some packed unga or the unga boat, while some people like it with the ungraded unga, the one just milled in the posho mill. So hello guys, welcome to Being Moligen, where we explore African village life. If you're new to this channel, this is the time when you hit the subscription button so that you don't miss on any video I post. And if you're a returning subscriber, this is when you hit that like button to help me grow, of course. So in today's video, I will be talking about ugali. Ugali is something most of us love. Some people like ugali, some people don't like ugali. Some people pretend to not like ugali, especially on dates. But some people kill or would kill for ugali. So stay tuned in this video as we explore ugali. In today's video, I'll be telling you what ugali is made of, where ugali come from, some of the benefits of eating ugali, and of course, some of the disadvantages of eating ugali. So stay tuned. Let's get into the video. Ta-da! So ugali is a Kenyan meal or dish that is made from maize flour. I personally will never eat any other thing where there is ugali. I prefer ugali to any other food, except tea, of course. And ugali comes from maize. So here in the village, usually we harvest. We are lucky to harvest our own maize. We usually either come with the maize from the farm after cutting the stalks and putting them on a cart and coming to harvest from home, as you can see. That is what we are doing right now. Sometimes we carry the maize from the farm and leave the stalks behind. We just carry the maize. And guys, we have had a very good harvest. Look at this maize. Look at them. Look at them. Very, very nice maize. We have had a very good harvest. So sometimes we harvest the maize from the farm and carry them with this cart to home. After this, we usually remove the maize from the cob. I don't know the English name for that word. Kindly subscribe in the subscription. Kindly comment down below and tell me how that is called. The process of removing the maize from the cobs. And this is usually done as a teamwork, and we do it in the evening when everybody is there. The following day or the following morning is usually followed by us drying the maize under the sun or sun drying it. This is usually done for in a series of days. Like we will dry this maize today, tomorrow, and maybe the day after tomorrow, depending on the strength of the sun, and how the maize was dry when it was coming from the farm. So we will spread this maize, me and Mama, today and tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow but one, until the maize is dry and ready for milling or ready for grinding. We dried this maize for like 3 days, and this was the third day when it was now being collected to be grinded or to be milled at a posho mill. So this is what we are going to take to the posho mill today. This one is completely dry and ready for milling, and we have two. This is plain maize, and this one has been added, or some sorghum has been added to this one. So we have the one that will be white and the other one that will be light brown. So me and my nieces, these are my nieces, they are daughters to my brother, are going to head to the posho mill where we are going to mill this maize and make it ready to make some ugali. So finally we go to the posho mill, and here is first come first serve. The person who came earlier is the one in the front. So you come and put your maize at the back, and it is time for it's our turn. The maize being put in the posho mill ready for grinding is ours. So my nephew Samim will take our bag, and she's going to keep it ready, or to make it ready for collecting the unga. A sound usually makes you know it is your time. You're about to hear it. That was the sound, and both of them are very accurate. The person grinding, whose maize is being ground, and the one next, they're usually very, very accurate. As you can see, you come and take your maize to the back. So we've just grinded our maize and we are home, and now it is time to make some ugali. This is karaya, and this is what we use for making ugali. I know most of you use sufuria, but here in the village we use karaya to make ugali. Usually we start by heating it so that you can remove this dry scum around the karaya that was remained from yesterday's ugali. So you heat it and then you put it down to cool a bit. This makes it easy to remove the malondo. We call this scum malondo. I don't know if it is a scum or what, but we call it malondo. Now when you've heated the karaya and left it to cool for a few minutes, it becomes easy to remove. We then rinse the karaya with some water. We don't use soap, we just use water. We rinse the karaya and give it a thorough rinsing. You might rinse it twice or thrice until the water is clear. And then we are going to add some water to the karaya to prepare some ugali. We usually sprinkle some flour to the water, and we believe it makes it boil faster. And like here, we sprinkled the flour off camera, and the water is now boiling, or the water boiled. Now my mama is going to add some flour to the boiling water, and she's going to stir this as she adds the flour. She's going to stir as she adds the flour. This is usually done continuously, and for those of us who know how to cook ugali, you know, it is important to keep your fire burning. This helps with cooking some nice firm and ugali with a uniform consistency. So she'll keep adding the flour as she mixes. She'll keep adding the flour as she mixes until the ugali reaches a consistency that she prefers, or what we prefer. So ugali has many health benefits. Ugali has some health benefits which I'll tell you. So the ugali flour is rich in carbohydrates, which is very, very good when it comes to providing energy for our body. And then also it has some iron, especially ugali that has been made directly from the farm. That is the one that has not been processed. Is very rich in iron because the yellow thing has not been removed. And iron is very good for blood boosting because it helps with building some red blood cells in the body, which is good for blood boosting. And even the ugali that is bought in the one that has been packed is usually fortified with iron. The government ensures that every person who is a miller incorporates some iron vitamin, in the ugali. So it also has some iron, which is good for blood boosting. The ugali is also rich in fiber. Ugali is rich in fiber, which is the undigested part of the food. And the fiber helps with prevention of constipation. And apart from that, we all like ugali. It is something that we accept. Like for us Kenyans, it's something we like. So ugali is good. So after this, mama is going to mold this ugali into a shape that is beautiful and nice for presentation. You know, we first eat with our eyes, so it has to be molded into a nice shape, and then it is removed from the fire. And she's going to further mold it. She's going to further mold it to give it a nice shape. And because we are not going to eat this ugali right now, she cooked a bit early. At this time it was around 6, and we usually take supper around 7:30 to 8. So she's going to keep it behind the fire, and she's also heating that sufria to cover it like that. And she's going to put some charcoal on top of it to keep the ugali hot, so that it will be hot by the time we will be eating it, you know. And for those people who think we don't have celery in the village, what is that? What is that on top of that meat? Huh? Now, ugali, we sometimes eat white ugali and sometimes we eat the brown ugali. As you saw us, we went to mill both white and brown ugali. And this is me eating, you know. If you are not new to this channel, you know that I like ugali. I make a lot of cooking videos that have ugali, and personally I will never eat something else where there is ugali. So this brings us to the end of this video. See you in the next one, but ensure you subscribe.